It's a mess in here, bro. Goddamn. Fuck. Fucking piece of shit. Ugh. God damn it. Well, I tripped on the skateboard and smashed my foot. God, that hurt. Fuck. Scooby-Dooby-Doo with a doo-doo and a hoot-doo-doo-doo-doo with a Scooby-Doo-doo-doo and a hoot-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, what's up? Sick. This is my son's pole. Yeah. Wood grain. Something like that. Gotta go get more poles. Scooby-Doo. What's up, guys? I'm just putting my fishing stuff up. Give me some likes. Man. And this pole, it's that new, it's the new Ugly Stick Tough edition. It's great, but yesterday it just all of a sudden quit working on me, so I'm gonna have to take this apart today to figure out what the heck is going on. I'm guessing there's some dirt or something in there. We'll get it figured out today. Meh. What's everybody up to? What are you guys up to? I know there's not a lot of people, but there's enough for me to talk to. Turn around. Oh, great. Fuck. Sorry, I'm kind of clumsy, guys. Okay, where'd that other pole go? Ah! This is my wife's pole. Boom. Yeah. Yo, you two people, are you into fishing? I'm gonna say yes. I tried to use corn last night for fishing. I didn't get any bites. So, back to worms for me. Could be an environmental thing, maybe where I'm at. Probably. Nothing ever works out here in Missouri, bruh. We gotta make things work ourselves. Let's see here. And it'd really help out if y'all shared my live. Gotta go grab some more equipment. Equipamente. What's up, Lino? How you doing, man? And Laban, how you doing, guys? I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Probably not. I'm terrible with words. Look at my ice fishing pole. Cool. What's everybody up to today? Oh, What are you up to today, one person? Look at my shirt. Why am I doing all this? I don't know. Hold on, I gotta go grab something. Oh, hey. You fish? Of course I do, bro. Do you fish? Dost thou fish? Oh, what's that? Cool, man. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. I got 2 likes. Sick. I know it's crazy. This is my first ever live, honestly. I used to have YouTube, but now I'm back on it and I'm setting stuff up. All I do is fish, bro. All I do. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Meh. Okay, I got all my stuff inside. Start kind of looking at things. I went fishing last night. I didn't catch shit. I don't know what happened, but that's okay. At least I got to learn that a lot of my equipment needs to be maintained. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest things. Sorry guys, smoke break. Okay. Oh, let's get stuff put up, man. This is a new rod I just picked up. I've been seeing it at the store for weeks, and I finally got it. I know it's nothing special, but at the same time, to me it is. I mean, every pole is a pole, you know what I mean? Like, this can all be traded out, so. And this one came with stickers and stuff to customize it, but I really like the orange and the white. I think that's nice. It looks clean, you know what I mean? You don't see things like that. Usually they're all flashy. Oh, and another quick tip, I hold all my stuff together with hair ties. Yeah, it keeps things a little bit more organized in my fishing bucket when I'm carrying shit. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo, Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. This is my new pole I got off Temu. I've been seeing a lot of people getting poles off YouTube or off Temu lately, so I wanted to check it out. So I got this. It's like a 4-section pole. But you know what? It's a lightweight pole, don't get me wrong, for small fish. But I have brought in some big cats on this thing. Like, I've caught tons of fish on this pole, and it hasn't snapped. So I can't complain about that. And it only costs like $10, man, not bad. It's a pretty good deal. And it looks cool. Look at the cool handle on there. That's sick. How can you say that's not sick? And I got my Bass Pro Shop brawler reel on there. Nothing crazy. I've had that for years. It's not my favorite, but I had to put something on there to make it work. It doesn't, it's not the smoothest reel, but it does its job. Oh, let's see here. Shoot, man. I figure out what we're gonna do with all this stuff. And I'm gonna put some of that rock. Hey, skip-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We're gonna get these on the rack today. And this is another one with a bat. Oh no, it's a Shakespeare reel. I kind of custom build here. You know, little H2OX angler. It's all right, I guess. I don't know. It's not my favorite pole, but it's a pole. Once again, it can all be changed. You know, it's all really all the reel. You know what I mean? thing kind of, it's rough. It's rough. It's a rough reel. Looks nice though. I do like how it looks. I will say that. I like my mobile fish cart here. This thing's pretty cool. Got all my shit on it. Eeg. Let's take a closer look. All right, so we got some different lines and stuff. I've been experimenting with braided lines. You know. Hi. Okay, let's go through and look at these bad boys. I've had this pole like my whole life. Reorganizing my fishing stuff. What's wrong? That was my wife. She helps me catch fish. She catches more fish than I do, bro. Okay, back to what we were doing. Sorry, guys. I got a little confused there. Okay, let's look at some of this equipment. I know that you guys may not care, but you know, have you ever broke one of the stings of... It happens in my trunk a lot, actually. Not really in here. I'm sorry about how messy this room is, guys. I have to reorganize. I just moved and I'm making this into my fishing room. You know what I mean? But no, these things do not seem to really, you know, it all stays nice in there like that. You know, even sometimes they do get a little tangled, but they never rip. I never break in here. Once again, I got this whole rack off of Temu for like $10. So, I mean, I would definitely look into that. You know what I mean? You guys need like a nice rack to hold your fishing equipment. This is great. I can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 poles on here with reels. Somehow it works. I got a lot of different kinds there. And then I also made like a little rack on the wall a long time ago when I first started this room. And that's going to be, you know, revamped, obviously. But I got a lot of poles here. A lot of equipment. You know what I mean? That's how we do things here. Gotta have a lot of equipment or else you won't be prepared. You know, every time I go fishing, I try to bring 3 or 4 poles with me. Just for, you know, in case something happens. You know, my shit's always falling apart on me. So I figure if I bring more, maybe I'll have better luck. You know, it kind of works out sometimes. Let's see here. I need to figure out how to reorganize these. Scooby dooby doo dooby doo doo. Scooby dooby 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 doo. With a hoop doop dooby doo doo. Scooby dooby dooby doo. Oh man, when did I start fishing? Oh my gosh. Well, when I was young, you know, I'm 35 now. So when I was young, I was at the Lake of the Ozarks a lot. So, I mean, we grew up having to go out and get dinner, you know. And then my dad fished all the time. So, I mean, I've always been around fishing. Then I got my own house, and now I'm like, well, I guess that's the sport I want to do. You know, this is kind of like my hunting, you know. And these are kind of like my weapons. You know what I mean? It's a good way to put it for me. And then, you know, my whole family joins in. My son's digging it too. He's got a couple poles. My wife's liking it. She catches more fish than I do, honestly. So, you know, that's just how it is. You know, we have a good time with it. So I thought to myself, you know, maybe I'll make my own, like a fishing room. So that's what I'm kind of working on. And, you know, it's coming together slowly, but it is coming together. It'll be cool to have everything in here and my room all organized and everything done. It's good to be able to get this stuff up off the floor. Yeah, there's more pluses than negatives for sure. How long have you been fishing? I got a couple poles out here I never use, like this would do It's one of these weird telescoping ones. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of nervous to use it, but I'm sure it'll work fine. I don't see why not. You know, once again, that was something I just picked up online for super cheap. I pick up a lot of gear just for shits and giggles. You know, anytime I go out to the store, I'm always getting new gear. It's fun. And believe it or not, this is the best rod I got. My ladyfish. That's right. This thing can cast very far, much farther than all my other rods. I'm not sure why, but unfortunately I'm getting kind of low on line, so we're gonna have to fix that one of these days. That sucks, but I got a lot of line, so just gotta figure out what I want to put on there. You know, really just boils down to what works for you and what you want to do. Let's see here. Skibidi-dee-dee. The real question is, will I be able to fill this rack up or not? Gets a little confusing and it's kind of tight fitting, but you know, it works. It works. Let's see here. Who's on my live? Who's watching me right now? Somebody is. Cool. Give me a like. Hit that like button, y'all. I know it's not much, but I'm trying. Put my wife's bowl on. Ooh. What kind of a question is that? A good question, though. You know, good question, good question. You would think that they would, but they actually don't. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Hit that like button if you can. I'm just putting up my fishing equipment from fishing last night. I caught nothing. You know, that's how it goes sometimes. I still had a fun time though, and I got to get some of my new poles ready. Like this one I've never even used before, and yesterday I brought it out. It's my son's pole. He actually picked this all out on the internet himself. He got the wood grain handle. Look at that. You never see that when you're out fishing. This is the first time I've ever seen it. And then we got this 20-pound on here, braided, tie-dye, you know what I'm saying? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Then of course it's got the carbon tip. My son's got good taste when it comes to fishing, apparently. That's pretty cool, good to know, good to know. What's up, y'all? I see somebody else join. Hit that like button, man, I could really use it. Oh, humdinger, humdinger, oh. Back to this one again. Man, I'm excited for this one because check it out. I don't know if you can see, but it's got orange line. That's kind of cool. I know it's probably lower test than I want, but let's see if it tells us what it is. 4 to 10 pounds, so I'm guessing this is probably 10 pound or maybe 6, I don't know. But it'll be a good pull for some small trout or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it'll be a good pull for something small, and you know, it's short. It's only about, I don't know, 5 feet, something like that. See? I'm not that tall, so. It'll be a good pull though. My son will probably be able to use it pretty well. And usually I get an open reel, but I went ahead and went with this kind. I don't know, I've been experimenting lately with all sorts of different types of rods, so you know, it's just what I do. I like to try out different stuff all the time. Oh, let's see here, what else we got in here, man? I got a lot of stuff in here that I got to go through. You guys done any fishing lately? Let's see. Now we got some reels we gotta put away. I got so much stuff, man. This room's a fucking mess. Check this out. This will be fun to fix. I got this reel. It's super nice. It's a Shakespeare reverb. But look at what happened. I lost my screw. So I'm probably gonna have to take apart a different reel, fix this reel, and then eventually it'll be able to go back onto my poles. I'll be able to use it some more. I do like that. You know, I like being able to work on stuff. It's fun. Humdinger. Oh, we got the rack filled up. Let's take a look. Full rack. Yes, this is my new rod. Well, new reel. It's a big boy.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make noises.
It's okay. That's my wife. She fishes also. She's better than me.
Who? Oh,
I was just kind of going everybody, showing them what's up.
okay. Are you on live?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get out there. What's up? So I'm just putting my fishing stuff up.
Okay. So this is live and people are watching
Mhm.
you? Nobody can see you, it's
Oh.
pointing toward the... Okay.
Just trying to get out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I had to put my stuff up. So I figured I'll have people come with me and do it with me. I just want to get all my fishing rods. Show them this rack. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's my taquito. Hi. Hello, guy. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Yes, hello, baby.
I'm gonna go down.
Okay. You're more than welcome to hang out in here. I don't care. I'm just putting stuff up,
be
man.
on camera.
Okay.
So you wanna go?
I understand. My wife don't like camera. But I've always kind of enjoyed it. This is my tackle box. Nothing special, right? But let's look inside. That's where the real magic is, bro. I'll thank you. You gotta compliment. Yeah, you got compliment. They said nice dog. You wanna say something for the people? Ah. Perfect. Just what I was thinking. Yes, yes. Let's see what we got. God, this thing is messy. Let's see here. I got all my stuff. Get out of here, taquito. My fishing stuffs. Boom. I stay on the weights. And the swivels. These are like the most important things I own. What's up, guys? Hit that like button. I see there's some new people in here. I'm just kind of going through some of my fishing equipment. This is a cool little set, though. Look at these ones in there. They got little eyes on them. Be able to use those to make my own lures and stuff. That'll be fun. What else we got? Nothing important? Okay. Damn tackle boxes. Shit, man. Sorry, guys. I cuss a lot. And I'm clumsy, so if you keep watching, you might see something funny because I be falling all the time and stuff. Let's see here. What we got now? We're going to put this over here. Boom. Right on the shelf. More line. Look at this little stuff I picked up at the Ollie's. Super cheap. It's only 100 yards, but it might be something kind of cool. This is something I got at the Walmart for $2. It seemed like an okay deal for me. I'll use this on my rods for sure. Can't go wrong with 20 pound. And it's Zubco, high strength. What? That's pretty cool. Be careful. I will do my best, man. I'll do my best. Sometimes I don't know. I'm just clumsy. And these dogs I got, they all over my feet. You know, it's unfortunate. This is my son's little tackle box full of random stuff that we never really use that much, but this is all new stuff. These look kind of cool. These are some shad things. Pop shads. Not sure where. Oh, they float. So this is going to be a good topwater lure for sure. Got some worm things in here. This thing, a product tester from my buddy. I'm excited for this bad boy. And I believe it's got Japanese hook on there. That's pretty cool. And this is my crappie jig set. I don't really use it too much, but it's good to have all of this stuff, especially if you're gonna be fishing, if they ever show up. Oh, sorry guys, it disconnected there, but now it's back. All right. Some more fake shad. I seem to get a lot of these. I don't know. Ah, catfish hooks. Ah, more product testing. I do a lot of that stuff for people. Look at this bad boy. This is one of my favorites right here. Looks so beautiful. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to use it yet, but it's still pretty early in the season here, so I mean, I'll probably bust this out in the fall or something. You know what I mean? It's a fall thing. What else we got in here? A whole bunch of plastics and softs. The smallest hooks ever made by man. But, you know, even though they're small hooks, I catch most of my fish on small hooks. Like, even big catfish, they just bite, you know what I mean? They work out better, so just have better luck with them. And it allows you to catch smaller fish, too. You know, you can't be sitting there focusing on big fish all day. You won't catch anything. So, you know, one of those types of things. Let's see here. We're going to put this stuff back in here, like so. Oh, yeah. There we go. Thank you guys for hanging out on this live, too. That's great, man. Getting me some views. I need something. Got to get going with life. Let's see here. I got my bobbers hanging on here. But check this out. In my gear bag, I got these Nerf bullets. I use those for bobbers, too, if I don't have anything. They work great, and they're free. Well, free to a point. My son uses them, so they're all over the house. You know what I mean? That's what it really boils down to. They're just all over the place, man. Let's see here. This is a Franken pole. That's what we call this one. So we got this down here. It's going to be that Zebco slingshot. Right? Casting pole. This is going to go into, I'm guessing, a Zebco tip. That's going to be a fun casting pole right there. And then I've got my stuff hung up on the wall. I know it's kind of janky, but it's there. You know what I mean? And it's new stuff. These are all my fly lures. I actually got those back when I was about 10 years old. So I've just never really used them before. I mean, that doesn't mean that I never will, so it's good to have them, you know. I got a couple holes that I've never even geared up. That's what most of these are. Ungeared poles, I call them. There's a nice little deep sea pole. Tip's broken, so I'm gonna have to fix that, but I do have the stuff to do that. So that's something I can, you know, something I can do. Just takes a little bit of time, you know, and equipment, and I gotta find the stuff to fix it. So other than that, that's where I'm at with fixing my poles. Look at this little guy. Tiny. It's actually for ice fishing, but it works for small bait fish. I let my son use it to pick up like bluegill or perch, something like that, so we can get some bait, you know, if it calls for that, which it often does. So keeps everybody kind of entertained, and that's a good thing, you know. You want the kids to love fishing so they can keep on doing it. I don't really have a good spot for this. I do have some other racks I need to put up on the wall too. I guess we could look into maybe doing that at some point today. What's next? All right, now we're gonna get some of these rods up on my makeshift rack on the wall. So this is that one I was talking about earlier. Not really one I use a whole bunch, but it's good to have extra poles no matter what. So this is a goofy telescoping one. I don't know how those work. I feel like it's gonna fall apart when I go to fish with it, but we'll see. We definitely will see about that. Hanging up my poles, putting them on the wall, hanging up my poles, hoping that they don't fall. Putting up my poles, having a lot of fun. Putting up my poles, putting them on the wall. Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. Oh, Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. This is my old tackle box from when I was a young child. Oh, thank you, thank you. So very kind, thank you. That's what I need, bruh. You know, all this awesome, expensive fishing stuff, I've never even used any of this stuff, man. Like when I go fishing, I usually just use a hook and some bait, you know, unless it calls for something different, like if I'm in a river or something. So, you know, a lot of this stuff is just kind of here. I'm glad I have it though. It reminds me of when I was young. Some good memorandums, you know. Nothing wrong with that, my G. Yeah. That's what I mean, guys, about being on those swivels. I got a whole nother thing of them unopened. You gotta keep on these. If you don't, you're gonna be missing out when you go fishing. Okay? That's really all that boils down to. And if you don't have what you need when you get out there, then, well, your whole day is gonna fall apart very quickly. Oh, let's see what we got. This is one I've never even pulled this one out of storage before. Let's look into it and see what it is. I think it's Bass Pro Shop. Yep. Oh, look at that. Carbon composite. So this whole thing is going to be made of carbon. It literally weighs like just a few ounces. It's nice. I like these cork handles though. It is a little casting rod. Let's see. Bass Pro Shop. We got Bass Pro Shop there. Mega Cast. You know it's a casting rod because it's got these small little holes. You know, I don't know if that's something that other people look at, but I know for me when I'm buying poles, it's, you know, it's rough when you're going to the store and they don't have reels on them. So you got to kind of make that decision right then and there. But there is a difference, and, you know, learning about those differences can really help you when you are fishing, you know. Let's see what we got here. Let me show you guys some examples of what the differences look like. So, okay, so obviously we just went over, this is a casting pole. You see, because it's got the tiny little holes, that's gonna help for, you know, that guide to get your rod out really far. Once again, here's another casting pole. So things you're gonna wanna look for when you're trying to pick out different poles. Casting poles are gonna have this, a thumb trigger. You see, it's like a casting, it's a thumb spot, so you can really cast out. And it's gonna go into this right here, right? All these holes are gonna be super tiny, okay? But check this out. On a spinning reel, you're gonna look at something and it's gonna look a little bit different. So it's gonna be, look at that. No thumb spot, nothing. just a handle. And then it's gonna go straight up, and your first hole is going to be gigantic. And that's to, you know, incorporate the spinning of the spinning reel. You know what I mean? When it casts out, it spins. So that's how that works right there. It's another spinning reel. So you got that big circle, you got nothing down here, spinning rod, you see. And then once again, I guess we'll do this one. I got this big bad boy here, this troller, on a spinning rod, or cast rod. So we got, it's gonna go directly up to this little hole right here. So, you know, there's definitely some differences in poles. Interesting. Are they broken or something? You can totally do that. It's easy. You just heat it up with heat and take them off. Like, all this is, man, is just a little, like, for instance, like this right here. You could literally heat this up and pull it right off. Like, you heat it up, take off this glue, okay, and then you just pop this little bad boy right back out. Like, I got one of my poles that's is broken, actually. Let me see which one it is. Hold on, it's kind of funny if I can find. I think it's this one. Okay, so check this out. Cut from the line. I love the pole. I see what you're saying. So like this pole, for instance, this pole I've had since I was probably, what, 13 years old, right? So, I mean, I guess this is a spinner. It's kind of a small little hole right here, but watch this. Look at that. It just comes right out, you know? And then I'm pretty sure this is just glue on here. And then I bought a kit online where it actually comes with the different holders, and then you can, you know, it's on Amazon. It's a kit that has the different eyes, and it has tips, because all my tips on my nicest poles are broken. You see, look at that. Terrible, trash. Trashola. And then I got, check this pole out. This is a nice pole. I got this back when I was at the lake with some buddies when I was really young. They let me bring it home, and they didn't know what it was, but I knew what it was. Check it out. I don't know if you can read that or not, but that's a Shimano. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This thing's nice. You know, nice little spinning reel. You got that big eyelet right there. The only issue is this pole doesn't break in half, so I don't really bring it anywhere. But one day, you know, when I get a boat, I'll be able to bring it. But look, the tip. You see? Broken tip. So we'll have to use the repair kit on that, which is fine. The repair kit's pretty easy. It comes with everything you need. You know, I would definitely recommend, I'd recommend looking into fixing up that pole, man. You should. You know what I'm saying? You can save a lot of money, like reusing your old equipment. That's something that I'm really about when it comes to fishing. You know, I mean, why? Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm really about using my old equipment. You know, I've always been somebody who's into, I guess you could say, recycling. Sounds like my son's gonna come in here and act crazy. He's a clown, so that'll be fun. But, you know, it's all about using my old equipment and making sure that I can make this stuff last my whole life, if anything. You know, I'd like to be able to pass this stuff down to my son. So, you know, when we go out fishing, he's using the same equipment that I was using when I was a kid. Pretty mind-blowing to even see. And then he's catching fish. You know, he's only 6 years old, and he's out there catching fish with me. So it's definitely, it's very exciting to see. You know what I mean? It's one of those humbling moments where you're just like, oh, okay, so he can fish too, and he's actually listening. He's starting to understand what we're doing here. Need to run line on some of my dang poles too, but it's like, ugh, it takes so long to do that. And I'm not really, it's just too hot here to go fishing today. It's like already over 100 degrees, and it's only 12:50, so, you know. Probably won't be doing much of that today. But at least I can be in here and reorganizing my stuff, you know what I mean? That's one of the most important things to me, is knowing what I have. Sorry guys, smoke break. I know you may not like that, but it's what we're gonna have to do. Let's see. What else we got? Been experimenting with different types of bobbers. You know? I got the red ones, I got the yellow ones. I got this new rack I'm gonna put on the wall. I actually found this rack somewhere, I'm not sure where, but look at this thing that I found. I think I can probably hang like nets or something on here. We're gonna do something of organization. I got these little guys. If I can find the other one. There's another one of these I got too. Is rod holders. I got another set. I'm gonna put those up on the wall. And these are gonna be for my son's poles. That way we can all kind of have our own organization. You know, it just kind of makes us all feel a little bit more important with our fishing, and it gets us more amped up, feeling a little bit more confident to know that we all have our own gear. You know what I mean? Even though when we get there, we just use each other's stuff. It's like but it's nice to, you know, it's nice when everybody has their own stuff. That's cool. Sorry about that. I don't know what my son is singing, but it sounded interesting. I'll tell you that right now. What else we got? Taquito, what are you doing? What are you doing? You being a dog? You a doggo? Hi. I'm not sure what to do with the hand, but I feel like it's a wave. It's like a high five. Like, just smashed my phone screen. Oh, high five? Alright, cool. That's kind of funny. Man. You know, I watch about a lot of other lives on here, and I don't know, I hope one day to be up there, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start doing live fishing, stuff like that. So, you know, I'm really just trying to get things going. Hi, what's up? We can talk.
I just learned about a new parasite, and it's been causing an uprise in explosive diarrhea, and they've got over 700 cases reported in Michigan alone. And it's coming all over the country.
But what's it come from?
They don't know yet. They just know that it's from a parasite. I have the thing if you want to watch it.
I mean,
It's talking about CDC. I'm just saying.
I'll look into that today, yeah. That's weird. Huh. Strange. Hopefully that doesn't.
Send it to Bridget because that's where she's going.
Oh, yeah. Well, they've had water issues up there before,
Yeah,
so.
they're thinking it's the water.
Yeah, that's what it
But
sounds
you're
like to
also
me,
cooking
too.
Food. That's what's in water with. I don't know.
This is just a reminder to everybody right here. Look at my shirt. Things I want to do today versus things I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, nothing. Be careful whenever you go out. Oh, you're telling me, man. Oh my gosh. God. I don't make the best decisions, but they usually pay off in the end, you know? Like sometimes I'll think there's some land there, I'll jump over to it. It's not even land, it's just a bog, it's just swamp. But that's okay. Yeah, trip on a rock, hit my face. That's all right. What else do I deal with out there? I get stung by a lot of bugs. Always getting bit by stuff. But that's okay. I'm used to that now. You know, just like when I'm handling the fish, like I'm not wearing gloves. You know, I get my hands all cut up. That's fine. You know, it doesn't hurt anymore. I don't know. All these people are talking about getting their hands cut, but it just doesn't hurt me. I don't know. I've been dealing with fish for a long time, and I'm used to it. And I guess I just know how to grab them. You know what I mean? I mean, it's common sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like what? Anybody can do it. You guys can do it. If I can do it, anybody can. And that's what's important here. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about this fishing. It's something I've always liked, and anybody can do it, and that's why it's so cool. I love doing things that everybody can be a part of. You know, I'll call one of my friends that I haven't seen in years to go fishing, and they'll come over, go fishing. I mean, we'll have a good old time out there. We'll just sit out at the spot and do whatever we can, whether we're catching fish or just talking, it's always a good time. So, I haven't even gotten a bad sunburn this year. I figured I would have by now, but no, just goes to show when I'm out there, I'm constantly moving around the lake though. I don't like to stay in one spot. If I'm not getting a bite one spot, I'm moving on down, So I think everybody should probably live by that rule, because if you're going to stay in one spot all day, you're not going to catch anything. I'll pull up to my spot and there'll be numerous people there, and they're all just sitting in chairs fishing. It's like, well, of course they're not going to catch anything. You got to move around and find the fish. You got to go, I call it scouting. Like, first thing I do when I get there, I'm tossing casts left and right, trying to find out where those bites are at. Because wherever those bites are at, that's where you're probably going to be catching fish. I mean, it's that simple, And then I see a lot of things online about, these weird percentages and stuff, and that kind of makes sense, right? So like 20 or 80% of the fish are in 20% of the water. So work with that however you want. But, if there's like a nice little shaded area, which, I mean, hopefully everybody knows, but exactly like hunting, you got to be strategic about it. Like that's what I said earlier, like this is my hunting. You know what I mean? Like, I have a family, I have a son who lives here. So, I mean, I don't really have a lot of guns or anything in the house, but I do have a lot of fishing poles. And fishing poles can get you just as much food as, any other weapon. I mean, if you're confident with your fishing, you can go out there, you can catch yourself dinner. You know what I mean? What is this? No. I don't know, but I'm gonna disagree and say yes. I don't know what you're talking about, but for me, I mean, this is what I do. I don't really have any guns. I have a handgun for work. I'm a security guard, and I have rifles over at my mom's and stuff. I grew up with guns and rifles and hunting, and I don't know. It's a lot of work, man. I'd rather go out and just catch some, a bucket of fish, come home, cut them up, man. It's the same thing. You're still processing meat. So, I mean, I still get that enjoyment of hunting, and I'm still getting able, to teach my family how to provide. I'm teaching my son how to get out there and do the same thing. Oftentimes we'll go out to the pond at like 7 o'clock or something in the evening, catch ourselves some fish, bring them home, clean them up, cook them, boom. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Yeah, so guns aren't really, I don't know, something I really have anymore, I guess. I mean, I own them, but as I said, I prefer the fishing route. It's just so much easier. It's usually just me, so I don't really have, a lot of help. Like, say I were to, bag a big old deer or something like that, that'd be a lot of work for one person to handle. So, and I'd have to go get all sorts of new equipment. Ammo is expensive, all this other stuff. So, I mean, when it comes to fishing, you could literally show up with a $5 pole and catch yourself food. It'd be that simple. It is that simple. Anybody could do it. And that's why I love fishing. I've been fishing for a long time. A lot of memories when it comes to fishing. Breaking it down, being real for you guys, but that's what it's all about. I like the equipment, I like the gear, I like going to the fishing stores, I like buying new stuff. I even like learning about fish. That's kind of fun. It's fun to see what they do, what they eat, Oh, favorite fish to target.
A
What's
whole
up?
ass gray hair.
Okay.
That's not even gray. That's white.
Hold on. No,
Come on, Cooper.
can't Cooper. You want people see Cooper? Come here, Cooper. That's my Cooper.
And Scooby.
They're asking me my my favorite fish to target.
Crappie.
You mean
No.
bluegill?
Catfish.
Well, yeah. I mean, I prefer to catch big old catfish because
I
it's
don't
just a
like
lot of meat.
catfish.
But my wife doesn't really like the flavor, so we try to get some panfish. You know what I'm saying? Oh, northern pike. Where I'm at, there just isn't a lot of
Come on,
pike
Scooby.
here. I mean,
Come
I
on,
guess
Cooper.
it could. Oh no, I'm in Missouri.
Cooper.
Yeah, I'm just in the Midwest. But... Go, Cooper.
Scooby's in there with you.
Oh, that's fine. Hi, Scooby. Let's see here. How much fish do I catch daily? Well, it just It really depends on the weather, I guess you could say. I mean, you know, sometimes I'll go out there and I'm not really, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 20. You know what I mean? I usually try and cap it at, you know, the amount I can carry. Because where I'm at, there's a lot of really big bluegill here. And I mean, when I say big bluegill, I don't know what you guys are, you know, out there catching. But let me get a good representation here. I'd say they're like this big, man. They're huge. You know, that thick. They're big. Like that's big enough to come home, fillet that up, and make some pan-seared fish. So I mean, you got that. You know, you get 12 to 18 of those. You get 5 big catfish. That's enough to put some fish in the freezer and feed your family. So I mean, you know, yeah, I do love the fight too. That's what it's all about. And then the bluegill for me are just a great fight. You know what I mean? Like you get that pull and they just take off. It's a lot of fun. You know, and then catfish obviously are a great fight. You know, I love how they always go to the side and try to get caught up in the rocks and stuff. It's a lot of fun. You know, I mean, even perch are great. You know, I'll catch whatever comes my way. You know, because where I'm at, we don't really have a lot of fish that I don't want to bring home and eat. You know, like if I had a chance to catch other types of fish, I definitely would. Like here soon, I'm gonna be going out to the Missouri River. I got a whole bunch of frozen fish I'm gonna be using for live bait. And that's where it's gonna be. I'll probably catch some big carps, probably catch some big cat. We'll see what happens, you know. I've been looking into a lot of different videos and reading up on carp and what to do with them. You know, I don't know, you know, maybe I'll try something. Yeah, definitely, they do. Yeah, it's a fun little, as soon as they bite the hook, it's like they take off with a turbo. That's a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy that. And my son loves it too, you know, for him being able to catch a small little guy, it's a lot of fun. And then we'll turn around and we'll use that fish that he catches, you know, to catch something bigger, which is pretty cool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends, you know. I do have a lot better luck with like night crawlers, stuff like that. But that could probably just be where I'm fishing too, you know, the environment. You know, I'm not really sure. I haven't figured out the science on that yet. Scooby. Alright. This is my baby Scooby. He looked just like Scooby-Doo. But yeah, I fish a lot of like small urban places. I just have better luck there. I don't know. I like to find places where people haven't fished a whole bunch. I mean, where I'm at, it's kind of like that. So, you know, a lot of people out here aren't really out there trying to fish for food. You know, they're out there fishing for fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. This is oh yeah, I do have some of those actually. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here though. I'll be back on later today. We'll do some more stuff. I gotta fix these poles. So it's been good hanging with you guys. Have a great day today. Thank you for you know, being on my live. Go ahead and share this thing if you can. That'd be great. Thank you.